Greetings everyone, it's Felice with another 5-minute training video. Today's presentation covers the topic of e-signing in Meditech, and I will be explaining how to use this sign button down here in the lower right corner of your tracker. But first of all, let me just explain that everyone who enters orders in CPOE will sooner or later accumulate unsigned orders, either as a result of a verbal order or as a result of the nurse doing an override in the Pyxis or the Acudose, or perhaps if the rad tech needs to correct one of your radiology orders. Each of those scenarios can create unsigned orders in your queue, and unsigned orders, when they accumulate over a period of time, can potentially lead to suspension of your privileges. So again, very important that you stay on top of your queue. Check your queue at the start or end of each shift and make sure you sign off on those orders, or if necessary, reject them. And so how do you do that? Let's find out. Right on your tracker in the lower right, the sign button, which should never be confused with the sign up button. The sign button, if you click it, will take you into your sign queue. We are in the test environment right now. All of these patient names listed here are arbitrarily made up. Here in the unsigned item list, as it says up here in our title bar, we have an indication that there are 55 records. Some of them are unsigned orders. Some of them are unsigned PDoc reports, which does not pertain to your situation right now. The unsigned orders, if you click and make that box dark blue, you will see then that the display changes so that instead of seeing a combination of all orders and reports, all you will see is a list of unsigned orders. These unsigned orders can be immediately and easily signed off simply by clicking the check mark in the topmost left cell of this grid. If I click that check mark, it immediately places a check mark on everything listed in this window, and if I go back to the title bar, I get confirmation that 10 items are selected out of my 55. If I wanted to sign off on all pages, all 55, then I would click the next page and do the same thing. Click the next page again and do the same thing. Now I have everything should be check marked. 25 items on this page. Previous page here. Okay, so out of 55, I have 25 orders, and still there will be an additional 30 reports that will remain unsigned in this case. Now that my 25 unsigned orders are selected, all I have to do is click the submit button, enter my PIN right here, and tap the enter key after I type in the PIN. Once I do that, these 25 unsigned orders will just disappear immediately from my queue. All that will remain are the 30 unsigned PDoc reports. You can toggle this selector by clicking it again and going to the next page and clicking it again. And as you see up here, this number will decrease as you go through and deselect items on the page. And I want to show you that because now if I go back to page 1, what if this medication order down here looks unfamiliar to me because I don't recall that this patient name, CPOE test 1. This patient name is unfamiliar to me. In fact, the order date seems a bit odd as well. I can put a check mark in that box and view detail for that order. just to confirm for me in my own mind that this order does not belong to me and that it ended up in my queue by some mistake. If you look down here, you can see additional information by clicking the page down button. I will click and see additional parts of this record. I can click again and the arrow goes away, indicating that my only option is to page up. Paging up, after reviewing everything here, I can click Return to List in the lower right corner. Now, with this box still selected by having a check mark, I can reject this order by clicking the Reject button, and I can give a Reject Orders comment. There are some pre-selected choices here. The first option I can select is It's Not My Order, but I can click the drop down and select It's Not My Patient, or I can click the drop down and say Other and say don't want to sign. Of course, you would never do that, but I just wanted to demonstrate that you could free text in that box. Once you have an answer in this box, all you have to do is say OK, enter your PIN, and now this order will drop out of your queue. It'll go back to HIM to research and find out who really is responsible, which provider should have been assigned this record. So again, once you have signed off on all of your orders, you can go back to your patient list. The button is down here in the lower right, and you can continue on with your workday. So please, again, be advised to always check your queue at the start of each shift or at the end of each shift. Make it a habit so that you don't forget. If you have any questions, please reach out to me via email or call me. I look forward to hearing your feedback. I wish you all a good day. Thank you so much for your time. Take care.